What is up, everybody? We are live for another episode of Rip and the Silverback. I know I kind of tricked you guys because we said, hey, it's going to be on Az's channel. And then it's not on his channel because I had some plans that kind of fell through. So here I am. We can proceed as originally planned. Yep. And this is why we are having it on my channel. We got a lot of cool stuff to discuss. I think it's going to be a fun show today. It always is a fun show today when I am joined with my co-host, the Silverback himself. Az, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to do stuff. I got stuff to do, and I've got internet. Just like
it's always something new, but
I gotta skip to Phil. I gotta get ready for my boiler to be installed on Monday. I got my cat giving me shit. My Moji cases have just arrived after 14 bloody months. So I gotta sort out moving the front room around. I got stuff to do, and I got bullshit, Mr. Hangman, going on.
Oh man, another day in the books, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get going, I do want to talk about this real quick since we have already announced that this is going to be a thing. You guys already know. Let me share my little screen there. All right, you guys already know that we're 5 days away. Monday is going to be a very special day. Yaira #1 is going to launch. And really all I want to say with that is hold on to your butts. But no, seriously. It's going to be a fun campaign. There's a lot of cool items that you're going to be able to get. Jesus the one thing that I want to reiterate is
I want to reiterate why the fuck you're not in dark mode. That's what I want to reiterate.
I'm here to blind you all. It goes in like, you know, it's with
I'm
Yaira,
a cracker,
right?
And this offends me.
It's the ass background, man, that we're doing here. It's like ass mode. You got dark mode, I'll take that, and then ass mode we'll go there. But no, seriously. The one thing I do want to reiterate is two things actually. Get your orders in. You've got the art book. That actually might, I'm not going to make a guarantee, but that may start shipping actually earlier than the 18th. So go ahead and get those orders in for that collector's item in the Art of Joe Bennett. Yeah, you guys are going to like that. Definitely you artists out there. I think you're going to enjoy it. But go grab that because you guys know when we're doing campaigns, until fulfillment starts, that's really it. Like, so you're gonna be waiting for the fulfillment date before you start getting some items. So go ahead and put those orders in now if you want to get in. Maybe it's not even the art book, some other things that are there. The other thing, of course, is the memberships. You're gonna want to get signed up. We'll give you some more information on the latter half of the week. It's the same exact thing, or it will be the same thing as last time. There'll be a window where you can get all your memberships in during that time, and then we use that list. It's a master list, and that'll get you that early access for you guys that have already so you guys, we did it at Alpha Core, kind of pre-queue situation. You guys can get in. We'll give you some more information, but I just wanted to remind you of that. Yes, that will be active for this campaign. All right, so let's get into it. To start the show, this is what I want to talk about. We know what's going on with Sweet Baby Ink, and there is another story that I do want to talk about that, but really I want to open with discussing this. As you've been you popped your channel off, definitely being on Twitch and everything in the gaming space, right?
Yeah.
And you remember Gamergate being this thing, and you saw these creatives, content creators, if you want to call it that, that were, they take the politically and socially expedient position. And over the last years, it's been really whatever position that the social justice left holds. That's really been all it is. And this Sweet Baby Ink thing happened, and you get other creatives that are finally starting to acknowledge it a little bit. And it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, you've been in this sphere for a while, that especially with a lot of the bigger guys, their opinion definitely on these social matters sways wherever the fuck the wind is blowing at the time. They're not principled. It's whatever position that everybody has, or let's say this, it's acceptable at the time, is the position that they will take publicly. Otherwise, they don't take the position at all. And maybe it's in secrecy, but they wouldn't take it publicly. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I absolutely agree. You're always going to get, I call them fair weather flyers, and they'll just stick their finger in the air, see which way the wind's blowing, and they'll go along with that. There's an audience for that. There's an audience that will be, because to them they'll be, oh no, we're just catching what the hot topic is right now. That's what we're doing. We're just catching the hot topic. It doesn't matter if it differed from your opinion 2 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, or whatever it is. They're going to have that, but you do tend to find, YouTube is a diverse plethora of different content, and you have these groups that will literally just engagement farm. They'll find what the engagement area is, and then they'll try and create content based on it. Within a week, that's moved on to something else.
Yep.
We focus on pop culture, particularly comic space, TV, film. We kind of do that ourselves, but within that remit, we have a very specific remit. However, we do have a very specific position, which remains consistent throughout, which may or may not happen with the fair weather flyers.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's what I pick up for sure. I mean, it is kind of, it's just all around weird, man, seeing these guys, and it's so painfully obvious. I mean, definitely when the receipts are out there of them taking the complete opposite position. And I think, man, you want to talk about fine wine, bro. That damn Starfield rant is about as, you want to talk about aging, man, and it just, fine wine. That's the best we can say. Well,
I said it at the time. I said, this is going to age. Believe me, this is going to age well.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people just like, oh yeah, this is, believe me, this will age well. Yeah.
Yeah. It aged incredibly well, but it's important to, document the fact that this is what we've been discussing for a very long time. So it's not like, and this is what I don't want these weirdos to get away with, in acting like the cultural change and this bullshit and maybe an infiltration by the authoritarian left happened today, right? Yeah. Like, no, we're not fucking doing that. No, not at all. This has been a thing for a minute. Plenty of us have been calling this out in various different, hell, how we all linked up really centered around that, right? A lot of us that are in our space, you had people calling out what was going on in like Star Wars. Myself, I was talking about more so the comic space.
Comic side,
and this is kind of how it all brought us together. So it's been happening. We've been called it out. And to your point, these fair weather, a lot of them being, again, content creators, especially the bigger they are, it's like the generic of the most generic of the positions that they have to hold. It's whatever is safe. We saw a bit of that actually in 2020, right? Doing the Summer of Love out here. And you saw these fair weather cats taking the typical social justice position publicly, right? Because, again, that was the acceptable position at the time. And now we have with the Sweet Baby Inc. thing, and this thing is fucking crumbling, right? It's no way around it. Now it's like, it's a little safer. It's a little safer to talk about it, right? And then to act like it's pure ignorance. And it's like, no. You go watch our videos over the last damn near. I mean, we got to be closing on a decade for some of us. Like, it's been a thing. It's got worse. I'll give them that. But it's not like it hasn't been there. What you did was call us all crazy. And that's what the textbook gaslighting is, well, as a screaming, he's just a toxic white male, right?
I already like you, Eric. You don't have to flatter
me. But no, you get it. That's what they'll say as is. He's man, baby.
Alt-right, man, baby.
All the buzz terms that they'll throw out there is what they called you. And now, because it becomes a tad bit more socially acceptable, well, now it's like, well, wait a minute. it's we're looking into this, and it's like, wait the fuck up. Well, hold up. You guys were grilling or attempting to grill folks that were long ahead of this, and you were trying to call us crazy. And I don't know what's gonna be more interesting to me, and I'll see how the audience responds to this. I'll be looking at the chat, which I shouldn't be reading the chat, but you know me, I read the chat. But for those, more so the obnoxious ones, I think you'll give the guys that were maybe they knew, but they just kind of, I'm not saying that you were not part of the problem, because you for sure were. When you didn't want to say anything, you knew it was a problem, but you didn't want to say anything. But at least you didn't take publicly the position of the social justice left just because it was expedient. I wonder, I really do wonder how forgiving the audience is going to be for some of these types as this pendulum starts to swing back. And it's not just going to be with gaming, it's gonna happen in other places. As this thing tries to swing back, how many of these folks that was mountains of evidence of them going after folks like yourself, folks like me, for calling this shit out, but maybe it becomes a little more socially acceptable. Normies get in on it. I want to know how forgiving everybody's gonna be.
Completely. That's what that's what I legitimately think. Completely. Okay. I don't think there's going to be any recourse for any of those. I mean, never mind the YouTube channel side of it. You know, obviously I've got my thing going on with Ackman. It's pretty funny. Paying the bills. Thank you. But you just have to look at actual mainstream. And what's kind of filtering a little bit with like some of the late night shows, some of the now acceptable things to say. Look at certain medical stuff.
That's probably a big one.
Just a couple of years ago, say it, you're done.
Yeah,
we'll cut your channel. We'll get rid of you. We'll the whole job lot now. You can actually say the stuff that you were saying 2 years ago, and you can say it openly and without fear of too much recompense. Don't push it, you know. Don't push it too much, but without too much recompense. And I think with all of these, I think most people are very forgiving. I mean, the stuff that's going on with me, I don't have any ill will towards anyone. I don't give a fuck about them, but I don't have any like ill will or anything. Like that, and I think most audiences are like that. I mean, what we have to understand is let's not pretend that our audience is people who come watch my streams, your streams, our videos aren't heavily catered into our belief into what we think, and because they are following somebody that has a similar opinion to them, similar mindset to them. They may not always agree with what you say, but for the most part, they are pro you. They are pro the position that you take. So I think things like this always, like a week time. Get back to me this time next week on ripping a silverback, and I can almost guarantee you, be like, oh, dude, that blew over fucking 4 days ago. Yeah. And he'll be the next thing. I think the reason why this whole, well, I know the reason why this whole business with myself and Ackman's just come back up is because, I mean, we didn't know at the time that Sweet Baby Inc. even had anything to do with Starfield. That was a new thing that came out. I didn't know that. I didn't know it when I did my video about them in end of October, or Alan Woke 2. Or anything like that. But it doesn't matter the specific company. These companies have always existed. If it wasn't Sweet Baby Inc., it was Anita Sarkeesian or Feminist Frequency, or another one. Yeah. So they're just like, unfortunately for them, fortunately for the gaming industry and for us, really, they've just caught all of this. They've caught all of this fire right now. They've had an absolute spotlight shone right on them. Some of their employees have been found out to be DDoSes for Zoe Quinn, things like this. I've just put out a video half an hour before the stream. Go check it out after the stream, where there was a 2019 developers conference that Kim Belair, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., went to. And she just said all the fucking quiet bits out loud.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. She just told you exactly what they were there to do. She told you exactly exactly how intersectionality works, or how Sweet Baby Inc. utilize intersectionality.
Right.
And she literally said to the people, if you're not getting what you want from your higher ups in terms of let's push some inclusion, let's push some diversity, sit down with the marketing department and terrify them.
That's what she said. Literal
words. Terrify them.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we have that example of a tweet from Anita Sarkeesian that's now going around from 2019, the same time as this conference with Sweet Baby Inc. and Kim Belair. And she literally openly says to CD Projekt Red, hey, think you need to hire a consultant to sort out your your sexism issues at CD Projekt Red, which you're, I believe, known for in the past. And then, of course, what was it, 2022, Arse End of 2022, CD Projekt Red, they do that whole video about, CD Projekt Red, we embrace ESG, environmental, social, and governmental issues. It's just like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's the feminist frequency, Sweet Baby Inc. grift, get into a company, poison that company, get a hefty consultancy fee, push them onto BlackRock Vanguard because of an increased ESG score, get funding. That's the grift.
That is. It is literal definition is what it is, a grift. Because what this is, they recognize that there's money here in pimping pretty large entities, like as far as the corporate side is concerned. There's a lot of money floating around, okay?
Sure.
And they are in the business of using sort of these intimidation tactics. And I think, again, yes, Sweet Baby Inc. started a couple of years prior to 2020. But I think 2020 kicked this shit off in like the highest of the gear because everybody was in like this. They had this obsession with virtue signaling. A lot of these companies were taking these positions, fist in the air. We are not racist. Video game can't play fucking. It doesn't matter what the game is. You gotta accept some stupid fucking thing like, do you believe that Black Lives Matter and all this shit? And it's like, what in the fuck? I'm just trying to play soccer or whatever the fuck. Like, who cares? But that was so that kicked really, I'd say, a demand, and it's a fake demand, but a demand nonetheless. And then you have the Sweet Baby Incs. Of the world. They recognize, wait just a minute. You mean to tell me we can intimidate these folks? You don't want to be racist, right? You don't want to be sexist. You don't want to be homophobic. You don't want to be any of these things. Hire us.
I do.
It's a badge of honor for you, ass. But for them, it's not. They say, well, of course not. We don't want to be that. We don't want to be racist. We don't want people to perceive us in this way. Okay, we will hire you to ruin our fucking product.
The video that got out today, the conference that she was at, she literally said, which I could not absolutely believe, you need to ditch your core audience to cater to a minuscule nobody, to give them in her words joy, to give them a slither of joy. You need to force that in. And don't cater to your target audience so that because I mean, she used the word me and I a lot in this because it's all narcissistic. A lot of this comes through narcissism, of course. Grifting always is a good place from that.
That's
because I want to see myself She did this whole fucking thing. Dude. Let me throw something at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You play a video game and you got a character creation screen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just, in a couple of minutes or so, give me your kind of your process when it comes to creating a character in a video game? What do you want in a character in a video game? For you can create whatever you want. You know, you tell me, so like when you've got that freedom to do what you want, where's your mind at?
Oh, well, my mind is making this is me personally.
Sure.
Definitely when it comes to some of these action games, I'm like, okay, how do I make this son of a bitch look as badass as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Favoring me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm using the tools that are given to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my general end game.
Okay. So you'll be, correct me if I'm wrong, looking to create a bit of a buff, muscular dude, black, beard,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that sort of physique, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say mine is pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a bald dude with a beard, blue eyes. Certainly not the body type I've got.
It's the body type you strive to have.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're men and we kind of do that.
That's what men generally do, yes.
She said that she felt in the privacy of her own home, because that's where you're playing video games. In the privacy of your own home with nobody there, no noise in your ears. She said, it took me until 2010 until I made a black character on a character creation screen, because I felt that I couldn't. So every time I had a character creation screen, I just made a white male. And I'm just like, are you fucking nuts? Are you absolutely fucking 2010 Mass Effect 2? That's the first time I created a black female character. I'm like, well, you're a fucking dickhead then, aren't you?
Yeah, you way behind, bro. Like,
yeah, you're absolute fucking buffoon. It's just like, oh my God, intersectionality is so fucking lame.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, do I believe her? Do I fuck? I don't believe that for one fucking second that she did that. I think it's a lovely story to tell in front of.
Really good. Definitely when you're trying to coerce people, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, it's just like, because we couldn't create these characters. Really? I remember my first online game was Phantasy Star Online back in 2000 on the Dreamcast. You can make black characters in that.
Yeah.
You can make fucking all kinds. You can make fucking elves.
Yeah.
And all kinds of heroes and all that. You can make all kinds of stuff. Nonsense. RPGs, MMORPGs, even just RPGs with custom creation screen.
Been there fucking forever, man.
Exactly.
It's been there forever. Exactly. I cannot believe this. Well, yeah, I can kind of believe. Again,
I can believe.
This is the thing. That's what makes these sort of tactics so fucking gay, because they do often make shit up, but it's often to present themselves like they are at the like cutting edge of some shit. Like, these are problems. Like, for example, we're just talking about the character creation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
These are problems, if you want to call them that have been resolved fucking long time ago.
Sure.
Long time ago. We got over that hump. Like, this isn't a problem. This isn't even a thing. But in order to present yourself as a solution, you have to pretend that it is. Right?
Okay. Let me, just before you go on, because I think you want a little bit of additional information.
Yeah.
Because it might change where you go from here on in. So she created a black female character.
Mm-hmm.
And she started the game. She meets Jacob. And they have an interaction with each other. And she says, this was incredible. 2 black characters on the screen. By the way,
first time.
Forgive me, but I'm going to use her words now. She said that wasn't a criminal, wasn't a savage, wasn't a gang member. And she went into all these negative black stereotypes, said it was, I called my white friend And I told her, I was like, this is incredible. I just 2 black characters on the screen talking. And then she said, but then I realized that my white friend who played the game didn't have that experience because she created her own shepherd that wasn't a black female shepherd. She created a white female shepherd. And so she didn't experience what I felt. And so suddenly the character creation of creating whatever character you want, whatever color, gender. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, you can stick a fucking dick on it if you want. You can do whatever. You could go that sort of level of that. Wasn't enough. So she said, I wanted, therefore, to force the character that you're playing to be black going forward. In terms of, that was her mindset for going into a company and changing things. Instead of allowing people the choice.
The freedom, yeah.
The
you
freedom.
Make it about you.
Yeah, you make it about her. I want them to experience mine. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Isn't that antithetical to the whole point that you were trying to make?
Yes.
About you had this personal experience, which was great to you. Sure. I mean, fucking gay. But whatever. You know, if you get off on that, you do you, sweetheart. Okay? I mean, admittedly, when I did Miranda up the fucking chocolate starfish, it was a wonderful moment for me too. But we might just have different fucking ideals when it comes to that. But you are saying, I want to steal away everybody's own personal moments that they created with their specifically created character to interact with other characters within the game because you want them to experience what you can. Well, number one, that's never going to happen.
Right.
They can never I can't experience what a black woman experiences. I can't experience what you experience. You can't experience what I experience. Yeah, no. We can get general experiences, but you put us into other specific situations, and it'd be very different probably for the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking life.
Yeah. It's about being an individual is how it works.
So you can't force an experience onto somebody.
Right. Right.
But you can force terrible writing.
Well, clearly, and they were very successful. But that's the thing. You got the coercive or extortive aspect of it. They kind of crept in. It wasn't just them. We talked about feminist frequency. There's a whole list of these firms that consult, which basically just means bring us in and we will fuck your shit up. You'll pay us to do it too. Like, which is a business owner. It's amazing. You pay people to run your shit into the ground.
She even said that what was the word? Oh my God, I can't even believe. Do you know what she called the consultants?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to joke here. She called them this on stage. Collaborators. She might want to look into the history of that word. Just saying.
Yeah.
She called them collaborators. And she also said they knew nothing about the gaming industry. She would bring in collaborators, consultant collaborators that know nothing about the gaming industry to tell them how to risk assess, how to sensitivity read, how to change up. In other words, activists.
Yes.
Bring in activists that know nothing about gaming at all to do the S in the ESG, the social and the ESG. Holy.
That's impressive.
Oh,
well, I mean, the impressive part for me again is, and I think that's how deep this runs, is that we got a lot of people that are here, and I know a lot of you guys are gamers, and you watch movies or you read comic books or whatever your nerd kind of culture thing is. You got to understand just how infested that this shit is, because what's happened is, I mean, just let me explain the logic as simple as I can. It'll sound fucking retarded, but this is what's happening. You have what is now a phantom problem. And what I mean by that is that it's not a problem at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
But people have convinced people that it was. And I think this is what all these race and social and gender hustlers did, right? It was like, hey, this is a problem. Had been one before, but right now this is a problem. And not only is it a problem, it's one of your most pressing issues. So we got to get this addressed, and we got to get it addressed quick. Now they convince, and this is what I mean, the social justice left is impressive in this aspect, that they were able to convince not one company, not two companies, basically an entire sector of the industry that they were needed. Right? So you have these problems. They're fake, but they say, hey, we are here to solve them. So you had two ways that this thing was being done. You had number one, what you have in the Sweet Baby Inks. So you have these external companies that are being hired, commissioned, if you will, to be brought in to fix this phantom problem. On the other side, you have these DIE programs that are built within the actual companies. And so they're doing it themselves. They have convinced these idiots enough to say, okay, we are going. I remember covering Best Buy not too long ago. And I remember reading off this man's title, and it was like the lead diversity, inclusion. It was like all this bullshit. Like
a made-up job. Yeah, gotcha.
Job. It's a completely fake job. It's not real. There's no true demand, market demand for that position. It is completely artificial, right? So they've done it. Those are the two ways. You got internal and you got external. At the end result is the fucking same, and that is a non-problem that is seen as a problem.
Yeah,
and they were so good in convincing these people that it was an issue that you had counter signaling, man. You mentioned earlier where a company will come out, maybe it's a post on social media, maybe it's a full-blown fucking commercial, like what we get with who are we talking about? CD Projekt Red, right?
Yeah.
An entire fucking marketing campaign and telling people how we're not racist or not sexist or not homophobes or whatever it may be.
Sounds like the comics pledge.
Yeah.
DC.
Oh man, sounds a lot.
We're not gonna rape our employees.
Good on you, man. That's a brave and very stunning position to take. That you will not actually use aggression upon peaceful people.
Yeah.
More power to you, man, for being.
Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the bad things.
As man, you gonna come on my channel and take it's a hot take, man. That's a position. It's brave of you to take that publicly. Thank you. Say that bad things are bad.
They are. I don't agree with bad things.
You are brave, very brave man, my friend. Very brave and a very bold man. And now we got to make you, I guess, a Rippaverse diversity officer. So you can
too white for that.
But seriously, David, and I don't mean to be a doomer here. Sweet Baby Ink. And again, I have a story that we're going to cover here in a little bit about them. But Sweet Baby is not the only ones.
Oh, no.
Consider what it is that I just said. Okay. These motherfuckers are everywhere. Right. So I believe you specifically stated this earlier. If it wasn't Sweet Baby Ink, it was going to be somebody else.
Sure. Yeah.
It's going to be somebody else. And they
all got the same fucking names.
Yeah.
It's like Sweet Baby Ink or Weird Monster or something. Yeah. They're all got these same fucking names as well.
Yeah, quirky, weird fucking names. But they're everywhere. And these companies have brought them in to fix their non-problems. And a lot of that has to do with like the story elements. A lot of it has to do with how many people that you're hiring. And there's been other like weird ways. We know with Hollywood, one of the ways that they've tried to address this non-problem has been tying some of the awards that they are eligible for to this diversity shit. I mean, you talk about what is that BAFTA or whatever that shit is out there, where they got like you got to have a certain percentage of minority.
And the Oscars.
No, all of them are like that. I believe that the British did it first, but yeah, a lot of them are like that. Pretty much all of them are that now, where oh, your this team has to be made up 50% minority, which really just means not white man.
Not
To
white,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just say, yeah, say it how it is.
That's simpler than the way that they do it. It's simpler
Yeah.
to say that if okay, so you just don't you want more than 50% to be not white straight men. Okay, got you. But that's essentially what this is. That's all this is. And it's trying to use coercion, extortion in the case of with the strong arm, right? To pimp these folks into giving them these fake jobs, and that's the impressive part of this actual grift, as in like they're swindling people. It is fraud. They are quite literally swindling people, and that they have convinced them of a non-problem, and they will pay you. Too oftentimes, and what we've seen with some of these other narrative-based games, to ruin it. I will pay you to just imagine being a business owner, and that's your position. Like, hey man, I will pay you to fuck my shit up. How do you feel about that?
Well, the sad thing is, Eric, they're doing it. That's the hilarity. The hilarity is that they're going in and they're doing it. Now, some companies, the ones in the East, they are very quickly realizing that this is fucking cancerous and dumping Western companies because they realize that because it might have initially sounded, oh yeah, we'll buy into this because this is the thing that's going on, and then you're like, oh my god, no,
Right.
oh my god, this game's lost us 50 fucking million. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they see what's going on. Then they're just like, okay, we're shutting down all of our Western branches. Bye. We're out of here.
See you.
So the Eastern companies know because they want to actually make some money. The Western companies, no, they'll go down in a fucking steaming fucking pile of flaming turd. And then they'll get there at the bottom and they'll be like, it was worth it. Just really,
the collaborators, remember?
Yeah.
That's the communist way.
That's what the CEO of Gillette said when they lost $8 billion off their market share. $8 billion. After that disastrous boys will be boys. Here's a transsexual shaving because that's our target audience. What? And then they lose $8 fucking billion on their market share, and the CEO goes, it was worth it to spread the message. Was it though?
Yeah, like really?
Was it though?
Was it though? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna press X now.
Yeah, man. I don't think it was. And yeah, I think that that's the part that has to be considered. If you are a fan of be it these properties, look, you and I are both gamers, and you know I go into every game really now with a sort of a grain of salt. You kind of have to, especially with the AAA stuff, right? It's like
from the West, yeah, sure,
yeah. Oh yeah, from the absolutely. You have to kind of go into it with like, who knows? And look, you know, we can even tie this into the Hollywood situation, right? I think we were talking about this a little bit last night. And you brought up a point that the sweet baby founder or CEO, and she's like, yeah, we got these people, and these people don't even really know the industry. Shout out to I believe Nooner just rated us as they always do. Shout out to everybody that came from Gary's stream. We're just talking about Sweet Baby Inc., everybody's favorite consulting group. But yeah, so I mean, to backtrack let me backtrack just a little bit with just the general concept of what it is that these consulting groups are, definitely with a lot of people kind of rolling in. When you have these coercive groups that are centered around trying to solve a problem, and it's not an actual problem, it's a problem that's more so to the god that is social justice for them. Okay,
a perceived problem.
Yes. Okay, so they bring in, as CEO said, folks that don't really know this industry. They have no idea what the fuck is going on. They'll solve your problems, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. It's in line with, and I always refer to Gary's one of his recent videos where, shout out Perry Chan, they had a compilation video of all these guys in the comic book industry, more so Marvel, with directors, screenwriters, It's flat out admitting we've never read this shit.
Yes.
We have no idea what this shit is about.
Actively encouraged not to.
Yeah. James Gunn quite literally did that. But you get it. You've done both the bigger companies in terms of the comic books. But it speaks to that same thing. And I think that's really the root of the problem, is that you have a bunch of literal tourists, meaning that if it wasn't this industry, Sweet Baby Inc. will go to another one, do the same shit. They do the same damn thing. Run the bitch into the ground.
They do Wizards of the Coast, so we know how infected Wizards of the Coast is.
Yeah, at minimum, right? So we know that it doesn't matter the industry, right? It's entertainment, right? Leftists particularly, and I hate to get on a historical tip, but we kind of got to give this thing context. This is something that they've worked very, very hard to achieve, right? They wanted to get control of the culture, right? Even Breitbart. So to the guys that are quote unquote right wingers that are out there, even Andrew Breitbart, one of his famous quotes, he understood this, and he would say that politics is on the downstream, right, of culture, right?
Yes.
So you change that the politics change by default. Okay, so they play the long game. They play the long game, and this is what it is that they wanted. Entire industries that have big time cultural relevance, right? Say this all the time. You go talk to youngster voting age. Who is your local representative? Probably ain't got a fucking clue, right? You ask them something on the entertainment lines, right? They can sing you a song lyric, multiple song lyrics, right? From X artist.
Yeah.
They can repeat narratives back to you from whatever movie, right? Can repeat it verbatim. They can repeat it, no problem. Games that they enjoy, right? Things that they've got lost in over the years. The social justice left understood this is where the battle is to be won, right? We ain't got to worry so much about the politics because that issue is going to correct itself. Right? That's going to correct itself. If we can get control of these things that so many people, regardless of political views, value, and we can use that as our vehicle to get people to worship the God that is authoritarian leftist statism, right? We're good. And that's exactly what it is. It's about their cause, which is why it's so fucking crazy to me, right? That, you know, you get people in that have these big aspirations, these games, maybe they have these fucking big aspirations. And Starfield, hell, let's go. We talked about that's the topic of discussion, right? We're told, at least it was marketed in some sort of way, it's the next generation RPG experience. Was it though? Not quite.
No, it was a very antiquated, outdated game made on an outdated engine that's been patched since the 90s.
Right.
Like Creation Engine, isn't it? Creation Engine with Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
And it took everything that made open world Bethesda games great, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, which was the freedom. And when you're going from point A to point B, the massive adventure that you had on the way, finding caves, settlements, this, that, the other. And they took all of that away and turned it into loading screens taking off, loading screen going to a planet, loading screen. You took everything which made your games fun and took it out the game and said, but we've got a gazillion planets for you to explore. Okay. Maybe it's a trade-off. Oh, yeah, but 85% of them are fucking barren and got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, leave that to the modders, I guess. Yeah. And then modders like, no, this game's too boring to even mod. But that's what they said. That's what the guy said. The guys who are working on the multiplayer mod for Skyrim, they're just like, oh no, we're not going to do it for Starfield. It's boring as fuck. You could have a great adventure today. I could load up Skyrim today. I could have a shit ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I could have a shit. I have, ever since I switched off from Starfield 2-3 days after streaming it, 26 odd hours into the game, I have zero compunction because it's just it's boring. There's nothing, no interest there to play it.
Right. And it's funny, this whole bit that just happened with MLB The Show, right? A game that I was actually known for, quite literally known for streaming, right? And this is the type of shit. Look, can I say without a doubt? I guess not. Let me be correct here, or try to be. Can I say without a doubt that it was DIE and its programs? Maybe it is an external consulting firm. Maybe it is San Diego Studios invited the shit in and added whamming to a fucking baseball game, right? I can't say for a fact that they were the cause of it, but man,
if the shoe fits, you
know what I'm saying? I'd be hard pressed to believe that was just an organic entry to that game.
Yeah,
and the reason why I have an issue with it, it's less simply about it's women in game or enrolled to the show. No. As a guy that played the motherfuck out this game, a lot of people probably all on the channel, me from when I used to do streaming, playing this game competitively online, and how broke the goddamn game was. This is what trips me out about AAA games, is that these fuckers are paying to dedicate resources, time, assets, to some shit nobody asked for, instead of fixing a problem, instead of, in Starfield's case, making the game better, making it the next gen experience. It's the same thing like CD Projekt Red. We already know, I don't care what you say about maybe Cyberpunk being this fun experience for you now, that game was, to me, the most overhyped video game, at least in the recent generation. It may differ for you, but for me, that was what it was. Maybe what Starfield was for some of you guys, Cyberpunk was for me.
I thought it was boring as hell.
Okay, so you might be there where I am. I know there may be some folks that may be out there that disagree, but in terms of what that game was promised to be versus what we fucking got, it's night and day.
But again, it suffered from the same thing that Starfield suffers from, is the world wasn't interesting enough.
Yeah.
The explorative aspect of it wasn't interesting enough. Now, I know that some people have said, but I know some people have said the changes that they've made have made the game better.
But that doesn't make it.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hearing people rant and rave about it. I mean, look at Skull and Bones, Ubisoft's quadruple A game. Why is it quadruple A? Because it's more expensive. They call it quadruple A so they can stick a higher price on it, because that game's been in development hell for so long. They realized that probably what they were going to put out which is early access as well. You're paying for a Ubisoft game. Early access, quadruple A. What the fuck are we talking about here? What the fuck is this nonsense? Shut the fuck up.
But
that's a fucking game.
But that's the problem, that I have with it. It's not just about, here's the DIE item that they added. It's like, bro, you guys, and I'm just taking your word from it. CD Projekt Red, you had a whole fucking marketing campaign about how diverse and all this other gay shit that you were. Okay, I got to take you for your word at it. What the fuck does that have to do with making your game better? And this is why diversity, inclusion, or whatever these other buzz terms, all bullshit terms, right? Because at the end of the day, they're effectively meaningless when it comes to the quality of something. Diversity is at least with the superficial kind, not in the ideas, but the superficial kind of diversity is not only cheap, but it's, let's say this, diversity itself is a side effect. Voluntarily arrived, can something be of a particular makeup? Whether it be, hey, most people that made this game, or, you know, I always use this analogy in track and field, right? Maybe let's say as a track and field guy, I make a facility, right? I have a track and field indoor facility, and it's specifically designed to train short sprint athletes. It may make a lot of sense that the customers, as well as my trainers, coaches, maybe have skin closer to mine, right? Genetics, fast twitch muscles. This is a real thing, right? Maybe it's exclusively that way. That doesn't mean that the product itself suffered because of that, right? Well, we need to bring in some X amount of people. I need to have an Asian woman teaching people how to do long jump and shit. Like that's not how this works. That's not improving the quality. That's cheap. That's not improving the quality of jack shit. The diversity aspect of it, whether it exists or it lack thereof, it's a side effect. It does not improve or hurt the actual product, whatever that makeup is. Now, forcing it can absolutely, which is what we're getting, right? It's fake. It's cheap. It's, hey, for the sake of quotas and for the sake of checking a box, we need to have people that are of this fucking makeup. But sir, we're making a video game. Video game? Who said anything about fucking video games? We need to be more diverse and inclusive.
We need women in baseball.
Yeah, we need women in baseball. This is going to improve this busted ass game that someone can power swing, miss the entire fucking ball with the reticle, right? And knock the bitch out of the park. Instead of fixing that aspect of what this is supposed to be the most competitive simulation baseball experience, you know what we're going to do to solve that problem? Adding women to the game.
Stick a chick in it. Make it lame and gay.
We add the women to the game. Voila. This game comes out in a couple of weeks. We're going to lead with this.
How many new customers does that get?
-5 at most.
Why not just have a women's league in it? Have a women's league within the game.
This is the thing, though, right? This is the thing. Like the hilarious part about this bit, right, is that at least with the NBA, talked about this a little bit yesterday. At least with the NBA, right? You have WNBA, yes, entirely subsidized by the NBA, but it's a sport that's largely played the same way.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, with baseball, right? Outside of maybe some rec league or some shit, at the highest competitive levels, women play it completely differently. It's called softball, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they play it differently. So it especially makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Even with FIFA and like adding the women's league, yeah, those women leagues are professional. They exist. Though I think it's very, very stupid that Mia Hamm on FIFA is just as fast as, I don't know, Vinicius Jr. Yeah, I think that's fucking a little silly, right? Because that makes no fucking sense. At no point in time in her career was she ever as fast as even fucking, I don't know. You could throw fucking Thiago Silva right now, right? And he's like fucking 40 years of age, could outrun Mia Hamm probably when she was at her goddamn apex, or whoever you want to select, right? Does that make any sense that they're basically equal? Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. But at least the leagues, right? You can't say that about baseball. They play it differently. They play it completely different. Maybe you get the little league chick. I don't know if people remember it was Monet Davis or something like that. The little league chick that was pitching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Little League World Series. You get that, maybe. But as far as like at the professional level, they play it differently. It makes no sense for this to be in this game. None whatsoever.
I want to see women in American football. And I don't mean kickers.
Don't mean punters.
I want to see linebackers, tight ends.
See what you did there.
Hey.
I
want to see a quarterback. I will not accept anything less than a female quarterback in a professional team next year. And if you don't do that, you are sexist.
Hey, EA, I'm sure that Sweet Baby Inc. got you set up right there. If you want to add some whamming to the game. Let's pull this up real quick because you bring up this great point. We had been talking about it, and I do want to make sure we. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Approach to ESG in the context of our business. This approach
CD
reflects
Projekt
our
Red, by the way,
identity
guys.
and our values. It also takes into consideration the interests of our stakeholders identified in a relevant survey which we carried out.
Again, he's just said the quiet bit out loud. Yeah. It's for the shareholders.
Yeah.
This has been brought in for the shareholders because it raises up your ESG, it raises up your DIE, ESG score. We can get favorable loans from BlackRock, who have most likely a 3, 4, 5% stake in CD Projekt Red. Like they seem to have a 3, 4, 5% stake in most video game companies. Yeah.
21. The survey produced a list of ESG topics regarded as important for the project. Our approach to these topics and the way we go about managing them have since been described in our first sustainability report covering the year 2021. And now, let's begin with our products. Although this is perhaps not the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about video games and...
All right.
Case in point.
So that's arrogance at that point, right? It's like you have some semblance of like reality, right?
I'm not actually sure anymore, to be honest with you. I would love that to be a cheap joke, but it's actually not. I legit, when you see this later on and you see like who the employees are and stuff, you kind of start to just sit back and go, what? I don't know what planet you're on. Is it the same as mine?
Shout out Mark Cyborg. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Super chat, right? Eric. Super
40th.
chat, Eric, so he can say happy birthday to Mark.
And ESG. We believe that our primary means of influencing the world at large is by developing games which can enrich gamers' perceptions. This is why we do not shy away from confronting socially important topics.
Do you know a great way to develop people's perception? Great storytelling.
Universal truths.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that story is coming from a complete black cast, a complete white cast, a mixed cast, men, women. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. If it's good and it's compelling, it's going to resonate because it's, as you just said, universal truth. It's universal themes which people latch onto, not superficiality.
Right.
In the stories we tell. Our games depict social inequalities, the various paths people take through life, and the problems they face. We want to make sure that the characters populating the worlds we create represent a diverse set of mindsets, social groups, and backgrounds. In The Witcher 3 we tackled the issue of the...
Now, they're retroactively trying to apply this to The Witcher 3. But this is actually universal themes that he's talking about here. This isn't social governance. This isn't ESG.
Right.
This is CD Projekt Red trying to do we did this all along. We were Agatha all along. Bullshit, which isn't true. Cyberpunk 2077. it's a dystopian cyberpunk world. Diversity legitimately works there in all different facets. It's a great template to do that. Yeah, to just go crazy with, to go wild with. This is The Witcher 3. This is 2015. So The Witcher 3 came out. Is it 2015?
Give or take.
So trying to do the retroactive application, because they deal with universal themes of domestic abuse and stuff like that, and racism, against the Scoia'tael, the elves. There is a racist theme, bigotry. These are universal themes. These aren't necessarily ESG themes. These are universal themes, and if they're applied in the right way, can be very interesting for everybody. Now, what's the world going to look like for The Witcher 4?
Oh, boy.
Is it going to be the Eastern European, pretty much predominantly white, 99%?
It's almost exclusive.
White? Or are we going to suddenly see a very diverse new Witcher world come in that? Or even the remake of the first Witcher game? Are we going to see Eastern European, medieval Poland? White. It's just white. That's not racism. That's fucking historical accuracy. Or are we going to now start to ESG it? Look what they did to the Witcher show. It's ridiculous.
I think it's DOA. Maybe evidence to prove otherwise. But if you're like gun to your head, what's your projection? What are you guessing? DOA.
I think the company who were making the remake of the first Witcher, I think they want is it Savage Wolf or something like that. They're actually made up of former CD Projekt Red employees that did work on the Witcher games.
Mm-hmm.
From their perspective, I think that they want to make the best game possible, legitimately. But from CD Projekt Red's perspective, what criteria are they going to have to work within? What more specifically?
They're handing them the sheet with all the boxes that need to be checked.
And I think they're going to push that. Rebel Wolf, thank you. Rebel Wolf, not Savage Wolf, Rebel Wolf. They're gonna most likely push that onto Rebel Wolf. You have to put this in. You have to put that in. We have to have X% of this. We have to have X% of that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Domestic violence, strained family relationships, and discrimination. Cyberpunk 2077, on the other hand, addresses alienation and dehumanization of society. Our products reach millions of people around the world, so we want to focus on what's important and encourage gamers to reflect upon the choices that surround them.
That was really good, by the way. That anime was actually good.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it.
Now, oh, here we go. Now, okay. Well,
good stuff right here.
Welcome to CD Projekt Red, yeah. Okay.
We strive to ensure that we are a company people love working with. We give our team members the opportunity to engage in ambitious projects and pursue unique career development paths.
Just pause it for a
This
sec.
involves a range of internal training courses
Just pause it for a sec.
Yeah.
Didn't look particularly diverse to me.
Not quite.
No, you see?
Yeah.
Because it's perception versus reality.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Perception versus reality.
Yeah.
You're talking about the perception of ESG, and you're displaying the reality of life.
And like I said earlier, that lack thereof can be voluntarily arrived. What are they in? Fucking Poland? Right?
Yeah.
They're fucking Poland, bro. Like,
what do you expect? What do you expect? You know, if we're in Mozambique, I would expect something a little bit different.
Yeah. There's an Ethiopian gaming studio. I'd expect it to look a little different.
But we're in Poland, Eastern Europe.
us.
Welcome to
This
reality.
involves a range of internal training courses as well as our brainchild, the Promised Land Art Festival, whose 4th edition was held this year. The festival provides a unique opportunity for motion picture, gaming, and other creative
You can't
industry
unsee it. When you've
professionals
seen it, you
bro,
can't,
you
you
like-
can't unsee it.
Like there ain't nothing. This is exclusive. Look at that picture right there. I'm talking exclusively one race. There is not there ain't a fucking nothing.
It's just so funny to hear this ESG bullshit, and you're displaying that, you know?
Oh man.
Holy! And don't say Promised Land and show a bunch of fucking white people right after it, because then it's getting real fucking weird.
Yeah, it's getting weird, man.
I'm racist, and even I feel uncomfortable.
various companies, nationalities, and market segments to get to know one another and swap ideas and learnings. In addition, our team members regularly share their experience and knowledge at local and international gaming events. Together, we create a diverse and inclusive work environment.
I just saw his little gay ass shirt. That
Oh, yeah, he's got his little rainbow.
yeah.
When they showed the front page of their report, CD Projekt Red rainbow attached to, you know. Do you know what it's called?
What?
Bullshit. That's what it's called. Do you think he cares? Do you think Pete Hines, who left Bethesda, do you think he really cared about having those pronouns in his bio? Or do you think he was just doing it to shut so they just wouldn't cop flack?
Yeah.
Reality versus perception.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or perception versus
Very
reality.
proud. In pursuing highly complex creative projects, we recognize the need to ensure a friendly and comfortable work environment. From 2022 onward, this applies to both the team members who work mainly from our offices, as well as those who opt to work in the remote-first mode. The launch of Cyberpunk 2077 and the course of the pandemic have taught us a lot. We drew conclusions and rolled out a wide...
Ain't that right?
Oh, not the truth. Ain't that the truth right there?
array of changes. We intend to continue to further improve our company. Thirdly, our corporate premises and environment. 3 years ago, we purchased a property complex which houses our headquarters and began work on creating a green campus. These changes are being progressively implemented. They involve combining elements of the existing layout with expanded green areas and novel technologies aimed at reducing our emissions and environmental impact.
I don't
late
know
August,
if CD Projekt Red. I know we've seen some of these companies in the layoffs. I have no idea if CD Projekt Red is one of them. But you know, we're seeing a lot of what we saw with the Apples of the world, even the old school Twitter X.
Yep.
Cafeterias, all kinds of shit.
DIE departments are getting gutted right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been gutted for the last 18 months or so, last 12 months or so.
Yeah, those are the first ones to go.
Yeah, because it's fake.
Yeah, because it's
jobs.
Fake. Yeah, not real.
We are literally we're paying you to fuck up our company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they need to start gutting? HR departments. It's where the fucking big problems are.
I'd argue that all this shit is just an extension of it.
Sure.
We adopted an environmental policy which represents...
Do you ever watch Person of Interest?
Mm-mm.
Great TV show. Jim Caviezel, Jonathan Nolan produced it, and the villain for quite a few seasons, for the first 2-3 seasons, was HR. Was called HR, and was embedded in the police department. Yeah, prophetic. Pathetic.
Our pledge to roll out and then progressively improve our environmental management system. This year, for the first time ever, we calculated our carbon footprint, and we are also working on a broader calculation covering our entire value chain.
See, as you're talking about this, right? What the fuck does this have to do with video games?
Oh, he's not talking to us. He's talking to BlackRock. That's who he's talking to.
That's the first thing I'm thinking.
We
I'm
ain't
like,
fucking shit, mate. We ain't shit. We're just a couple of fucking plebs.
The next step will be to develop an emissions reduction program with a view towards achieving carbon neutrality. And the next important thing, our values.
I hate to announce for all you guys out there, this is not a thing that we've even remotely considered with the Rippaverse. No idea what our fucking carbon footprint is. Don't give a fuck.
Corporate governance. In going about our business, we do things that set a project roadway, not necessarily adopting schematic approaches. At the same time, we make sure we are compliant with regulations and, first and foremost, transparent. Open dialogue with our teams, responsible communication with gamers, and improving our ESG disclosures.
It's funny just hearing them just say this shit like.
Do you know something? I don't actually know what the fuck he's saying. I don't. I have no clue what he's saying. I'm just hearing fucking words and word salad and word soup and corpse speak, and I have no fucking clue. I'm reading the subtitles because I know he's Polish and he's got very good English, and I'm definitely not going to knock him for that. But I have fucking clue.
Cornerstones of our strategy for building long-term, trust-based relationships.
That was the other.
We also
what's the name right there?
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Is that the or no? What is the guy's name?
Ron Perlman?
Yeah. No, that's not.
Are you talking about the Pondsmith?
Yeah. What the fuck is the guy's name?
Mike Pondsmith. Yeah, Mike Pondsmith.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So Mike Pondsmith. Yeah.
Building long-term, trust-based relationships. We also work to ensure a strong foundation for our business in the areas of IP protection, privacy, and cybersecurity. We constantly monitor and update our internal procedures and tools related to those aspects. Finally, we feel a broader sense of responsibility in terms of reacting to events around us.
This is the last.
What does that? Go on.
What it mean? All he's essentially saying is, okay, whatever is happening in the fucking real world, right? We need to make sure that we're either acknowledging and responding to that. And it's like, bro, you make fucking video games, dog.
Yes.
More than likely, people are trying to play your game to get away from that shit.
But he's not talking to us.
Again, you're correct.
He's talking to BlackRock, Vanguard, all of those. This is a pitch. This is a we're complying pitch. Give us favorable ESG score.
Unbelievable, man.
We care and we get actively involved in the face of extraordinary circumstances, such as the COVID pandemic or the war in Ukraine.
I don't.
What the fuck is that got to do with fucking shit?
It has nothing to do with your video game, bro. Nothing.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna send a fucking Ukrainian army some fucking DLC for The Witcher 3? We're actively involved. Oh, sorry. No, what? Are you in arms shipment? Yeah, we're sending off some fucking Kalashnikovs.
the dropping literal cyberpunks.
Yeah.
To Zelensky, I guess that's what.
I'm fucking running into battle holding a statue of Geralt.
What the fuck?
Joke's on you. It's Bruce Wayne.
What the fuck, man? Unfucking believable, man.
To be socially active on a daily basis. A good
Why?
example of
Why?
this
That's what I was
approach
about to say.
Why?
Like, why? Well, for what? That's the last thing I want you doing, man.
I want you to be developing access. That's what I want you to be. Sat in your fucking ass, working at it. That's what I want you to be. Active.
Fucking
Jesus. What?
be the already second edition of our scholarship and mentoring program called Dziewczyny w grze, Girls in the Game. It's aimed at talented girls who are considering a career in the gaming industry. Summing up, our key
Don't
ESG
send them to
ambitions are
DC Comics. They'll fucking rape them.
They're
Gee.
taking pledges, ass. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. They're safe.
Fine. They're taking pledges.
to provoke reflections through the memorable stories we tell in our games, to be a company people want to be part of, to continue the green transformation on our campus and beyond, to build relationships based on trust and transparency, to use our resources and competencies to support
No, why
others.
don't you build relationships based off dishonesty and fucking maliciousness? No? Did you throw that idea out there? No, you decided to go with trust and
Oh my god, this is
use our resources and competencies. All right, then lend me 20 quid. I need some bread, cheese, and yeah, bread and cheese will do for now. Milk. I need bread, cheese, and milk. Lend us 20 quid. CD Projekt Red, lend me 20 quid, please.
Commit ourselves to continue the improvement of our performance in each of these areas. Our annual sustainability reports will summarize progress towards existing goals and define ESG goals.
like,
for
all right,
future.
man. The last, bro. Okay, you make video games. I want to know what your fucking carbon footprint is. Like, who does that shit?
Well, maybe they won't buy the DLC if they know if it's too high.
Oh, if they're not carbon neutral, that's the same. That you're not
I
gonna
was going to get the Liberty City add-on, but I noticed your carbon footprint, and I guess not anymore. Have a look at the ratio on that video.
Oh man, I wish I don't have the.
Okay, okay, I do. I do. It has got 68,000 views, as you can see.
Yeah.
It is 336 likes, which is staggeringly low
for a video with that many views.
And it has 8,600 dislikes.
Well, that's a ratio like anything I've seen.
A little bit.
That is impressive. Big shout out to CD Projekt Red. Maybe I didn't see, but as part of their ESG ambitions, but maybe they want to reach out to Elton John. And I don't see stigma part of the ESG ambitions.
Maybe CD Projekt Red need to reach out to Tim Sheridan.
Okay.
And then he can use the money from his royalties
that he for sure got. They definitely
to build up relationships with trust and transparency.
Transparency, yes. But speaking of trust and transparency, let's look really quick at everybody's favorite, very valued, prestigious game site, Kotaku. Came out a couple of hours before the show. This is the headline.
I've seen Paul Tassi from Forbes talk about, there's nothing going on here. You're silly. Nothing here at all.
To be fair, it took him a while to even acknowledge that this was a thing, right? Like this whole Sweet Baby Inc. thing was going up in fucking flames. Now they're acknowledging, and then this is what the headline reads over at Kotaku.
Yeah.
Sweet baby
stink. Thank
Sweet
you.
baby stink.
Oscars. Yeah.
Doesn't do what some gamers think it does. Okay, tell us about ourselves,
Sure.
Kotaku. Sweet Baby
Sure.
Inc. is not
Mm-hmm.
the largest narrative design company in games industry.
No, okay, that's fine. It is a narrative design company in the gaming industry, large, small, or mid. Irrelevant statement.
Nor is it solely responsible for the characters and stories of recent high-profile releases like Alan Wake, God of War, Ragnarok, and Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
Kotaku, we're in agreement here on 2 for 2. No,
Off to
they
a
take
great
the
start.
story, they go in and they fucking butcher it to ESG it. Saga Anderson, white Scandinavian blonde-haired blue-eyed woman, fuck that shit. She's now black and wears a sweater based off her black Scandinavian heritage, which is white people.
Pretty sure Sweet Baby Inc. had no influence on that whatsoever.
No. Oh, no.
Not at all.
No.
They
No.
would never.
Wow.
But
How
they say,
dare you? By the way, her mum was white and her fucking grandparents are white, which doesn't that mean she has a black dad that is absent? Holy shit. Why are they so racist? Why do they perpetuate stereotypes, Eric?
fucking racist, man.
I am sick of racism unless I'm doing it.
Late last month, one of the company's consultants discovered a Steam group dedicated to detecting games that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on to encourage people to avoid those games because the group had deemed Sweet Baby Inc. was pushing a woke agenda by working toward greater diversity, equity, and inclusion, aka DIE. And that's not like anything we made up. That's on the fucking website that they're dedicated to that stuff. The Steam group now has more than 100,000 followers and its own Discord that boasts nearly 2,000 members.
Chiboy.
Desire against Sweet Baby Inc. And DIE initiative, excuse me.
Yeah, please get it right.
Isn't new. In October 2023, Kiwi, they're in the farms. Kotaku's in the farms. I did not know that.
Based.
Shout out, Kotaku. Did not know that they were in the farms. Shares similar sentiments, stating that the company's involvement in Remedy's award-winning 2023 action game, Wake 2, was possibly,
no, you got it right first time.
I did, my bad. Yeah, I got it right the first time. Possibly one of the biggest scandals in gaming history.
It was shit. No, it was. It was shit. I couldn't finish it. Mola couldn't finish it. I don't think Metal couldn't finish it. We couldn't finish that shit.
Man, I watched all those damn streams, man.
They were,
suffering through Alan Wake, and man, I got a lot of entertainment out of that. More entertainment than the game for sure, but that was entertaining.
Did you like it when I walked into the cellar and there's the dead guy there and she doesn't say anything because it wanted me to do something else to prompt that action in the story?
Yeah,
and I was like, holy shit, I'm playing a game from 1991.
It's groundbreaking, man. This is next gen, baby. Next gen. The conversation around Sweet Baby Inc. has ignited a fundamentally misinformed. You guys are all misinformed and you're spreading fake news.
Okay. Well, I got a video out where Kim Belair is telling you what she does.
Fake news, ass.
Telling you.
Don't believe your lying eyes or your ears.
Sorry. Don't believe what you see and hear. Believe what we're telling you. Sorry, big brother.
You got it.
Freedom through slavery.
Yeah. Shout out Orwell, man.
Yeah, he knew.
Gamergate
He fucking knew.
Firestorm says its employees have faced rampant harassment as a direct result. Industry
You mean
figures.
the DDoSers, the people that
Oh, yeah.
DDoS people on behalf of Zoe Quinn weren't too happy about the harassment that they got.
It says SBI comes in and completely changed the game. This is again, they says the industry figures they're denying these allegations, by the way. So that's not what they're doing. I spoke with
there's a tweet of a guy saying that he DDoSed, and Zoe Quinn saying, "Oops, it looked like we DDoSed."
It's fake news, man.
Fake news must be edited or something. Yeah.
Well, this credited, prestigious Kotaku journalist has spoke him or them, they themselves.
They themselves, yes.
With several employees of Sweet Baby Inc. to learn what the company actually does. And the misunderstanding of its role in the industry highlights a far broader problem.
Yeah, boy.
What bad actors? Okay, they're gonna break it all down. This article, Kotaku, is breaking it down. What the bad actors think companies like Sweet Baby Inc. do. Okay, let's just check it out. The games industry has had its fair struggles lately, from massive layoffs due to wildly expensive games like Suicide Squad falling short of expectations, according to the loudest members of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Discord. The company is directly responsible for those failures, not the studios that employed them in the first place. Well, they're part of it. I mean, that's
partially responsible, 100%.
Yeah, that's this being disingenuous.
Yeah, of course it is. It's gaslighting bullshit.
Yeah, that's being extremely disingenuous. Of course, the people that employed them in the first place are culpable. Like, who the fuck is saying otherwise?
Of course, we know Rocksteady are a part of this. We know Sweet Baby Inc. are part of this. You're all part of it. Yes. You're all part of the fucking problem. The company that lets the wolf in the door to eat the sheep is a problem in itself.
Yes. Facts. It says not according, not the studios that employed them in the first place, because the content a baby allegedly forces into the games, and I guess this is a tweet or whatever.
I have a video out from a lady called Kim Belair, who's the CEO, and she is telling you that's what they do. You're not allowed to have your choice. You've got to have her choice.
She's encouraging people to do it. Other people to do it.
Consulting people to do it.
Yes. Sit your marketing teams down.
With her collaborators.
With their collaborators, right? With her fucking Marxist fucking collaborators, right?
Yes, comrade.
Shout out Yuri. But he called the shit out. He mapped it out. Yuri mapped it out for fucking everybody. Anyway, with that being said, she explicitly states, didn't make my word. It's not my words that I said, where she's like, look, basically, intimidate these people, bro.
Terrify them.
Terrify them.
Terrify them. She said, terrify your marketing departments. Why the marketing department? Because the marketing department have access to money. They have access to the money to hire the collaborators. So when your higher up say, we don't want external people who know nothing about the gaming industry coming in, telling us what to fucking do, then they'd say, go to the marketing department and terrify them. Because if you don't, wouldn't it be fucking terrible if it got out that your company's a bunch of fucking racists or a bunch of this or a bunch of that? We need these collaborators, her word, Kim Belair's word, collaborators to come in, and you get the money that way.
It's not our words, Kotaku. They said it. Even games that are widely considered to be successes are not safe from these conspiracy theories. Alan Wake 2 game director. I guess they're saying that that's a successful game. Kyle Rowley took it to X on March 3rd to dispel rumors that Sweet Baby was the reason protagonist Saga Anderson was black. Referencing the forums, man. Shout out Kotaku, man. They're in them. They're in the forums, bros. Active.
Alan Wake 2 has sold 1.3 million units.
Okay.
I mean, would you cast that as a success?
I wonder how much they spent on it. That's definitely with those heavy narrative games, man.
It's a beautiful looking game.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful looking game. Can't deny that.
Well, Kyle is saying that it's absolutely not true. That was a tweet that we were looking at.
Sure.
Riley's concise statement and similar ones made by the industry members have not silenced the conspiracy theories. On March 5th, I managed to spend an hour or so in the Sweet Baby.
Two secs. What do you think? Do you think there was a consultative element and then they made the final decision?
Absolutely. And 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%. You know what? Let me check something real quick before we continue on with this story. I'm actually going to. They haven't shut this fucking site down yet. Had a Sweet Baby Inc. I want to know. We'll look at this real quick. Okay.
Reddit. Alan Wake 2 sales are not good. That's what Reddit says, and they hate everyone.
Okay. So this is what they're telling us that they worked on. Do we think that Saga had something to do with this shit? They worked on, and this is not my words. I am on Sweet Baby Inc.'s for maybe our audio listeners out there.
Yeah.
Sweet Baby Inc.'s website. This is their legitimate website. This is what they said. We worked on for Alan Wake 2, character arc, voice, and sensitivity reading.
Do you want me to give you the definition of sensitivity reading?
Go ahead.
A sensitivity reader is someone who reads a literary work looking for perceived offensive content, stereotypes, and bias. Do you know what my first reaction would be then if I had no decision-making process in how characters were? Why did you change Saga Anderson to black?
Yeah.
As a Sweet Baby Inc. employee.
Yeah.
We've already seen her in media as a white Scandinavian woman.
But we're to believe that they had absolutely nothing to do with that whatsoever. At least that's what they're telling us. Okay.
Yeah. God of War, where they changed the god to black, the female god, the Norse god.
Which
the
doesn't get much wider than that, by the way.
Yeah.
That doesn't get much wider than Norse mythology.
No.
That's pretty fucking...
That's cracker territory.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking white, man.
Nearly as white as Poland. It's nearly as white as CD Projekt Red.
And that's pretty fucking white, man.
Real fucking white. We saw it. We saw it in the video.
They showed it to us.
Apparently, by the way, 1.3 million units is Remedy's fastest selling game ever.
Okay. Well,
do you think it had something to do though with the fact that there was a big there was a big desire for an Alan Wake sequel?
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Well, this
is white as Eric's fucking YouTube background.
And that is pretty fucking white.
That's real fucking white.
Well, this prestigious journalist says that they managed to spend an hour or so in the Sweet Baby Inc. detective Discord before they were booted from the space. They said your infiltration won't work around here. Go try that with a AAA or quadruple A studio.
Likely because I identified myself as a Kotaku journalist.
Oh yeah,
that in itself is an oxymoron.
that's a oh yeah, Kotaku journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's fucking hilarious. In it, member shared post referencing Feminist Frequency founder Anita Sarkeesian, Marcus Aurelius quotes
Anita Sarkeesian, who was invited by BioWare to consult on Mass Effect Andromeda. How did that do? How did that do?
It says they had pictures of the idealized female bodies in games. I guess that is an absolute fucking crime. One image showed several pictures of the protagonist Eve from Korean developer talking about Stellar Blade, just posed against female characters from Overwatch, Forspoken, Life is Strange, embrace tradition, reject modern. Okay,
modernity.
Yeah. Like where's the issue though? Almost 2K members. There are already a bunch of infiltrated people here screenshotting everything. Sadly, just keep it cool, brothers. We can't let this server or Steam group get taken down. Discord would do that shit for sure. Steam, I don't know. Discord, absolutely. That's all I ask. Keep it cool, because they knew that Kotaku journalists were gonna be doing some gay shit. I read a post March 4th, and apparently they're correct because we have this article, which was shared again on March 5th. Several people in the Discord expressed concerns about glowies.
Well, just take that image. Just take that image, for example, though. Let's just go down. Yeah, well, I mean, you could go to that one if you want, but you know, that one there, just up.
Oh, which one?
There, that one. Yeah, embrace tradition, reject modernity. I mean, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the crime?
For Stellar Blade, they have an attractive female. There's the model is actually based off a Korean model. So you know, and we're talking in terms of how she's built. Yeah, boy. She's attractive. You can put her. You know, she's got all these suits and costumes. And remember, there was a bit of bum shown when she did a flip, which drove the fucking blue-haired land whale pigs, cancel pigs, insane. Because look at all those fucking ugly bitches down below. Jesus Christ, it's like somebody took a fucking frying pan and just fucking started twatting some faces. Welcome to the West. Have a shitty fucking day. But there's something fucking in common with Life is Strange, Forspoken, Overwatch. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, they don't like the term glowies because it's a term coined by far members of the far right for those suspected of being. Thanks for explaining this, by the way.
I have no idea.
Federal law enforcement officials or their informants attempting to infiltrate their online spaces and set up for a legal consequence. Two members that spoke with me via Discord DM shared similar sentiments about why they believe the Steam page and subsequent Discord are important, so they can identify games that were developed with support from Sweet Baby Inc. and make an informed decision when purchasing them. Sweet Baby Inc. is a symptom of other ideological worldviews, that's a factual statement, that I believe have taken hold of the Western world, media, and gaming as a whole.
Sounds legit. Absolutely. Sounds legit to me.
Yeah. 31-year-old member of the Discord told him he also insisted, without providing evidence, because I guess you're old, that Sweet Baby Inc. adds race and identity group quotas to everything they're involved with.
Well, I got a video out where Kim Bellahead, the CEO, is literally telling you, you're not allowed to create a character that's white if you're white and play this game. I need you to play a black character and see it from my perspective, which you'll never be able to see. But I want to force it upon you instead of having the freedom to develop whatever character you want. Don't let the character, she says, don't let the character creation screen create the diversity within a game. Intersectionality, mate. It's just a poison. It's just a poison.
Well, check this out though. Sweet Baby Inc. isn't forcing diversity. It's happening naturally.
No.
Though these kinds of social media posts argue that companies like Sweet Baby Inc. somehow force game studios to include diverse characters and storylines, the reality is vastly different. Okay, explain this. Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative design company, meaning most of its work is focused on writing stories and dialogue. They are not a DEI consultancy firm. That means they ensure a game's plot points make logical sense and are satisfying to the players, and that the characters speak and behave in consistent ways. Okay, yeah, that's what they do. All right, let me look at something real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, let's look at it, what it is that they say. Founded in 2018, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal and working around the globe. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while
diversifying and enriching.
Writing, narrative. What does that say right there?
That says representation.
But
I like big butts in the can, not lie.
Diversity apparently is not there. It's not what they contribute to.
No, it's just one of the key points that they have said twice in 2 paragraphs that their company provides.
You're really knocking it out the park here.
This is top-class journalism.
I mean,
and by that I mean this person got paid probably $5 to write this article. And I legitimately mean that. They probably got about $5 to $10. Maybe not even that. Some do it for free to try and get stuff for their
for their little headline, so they can say bylines, CBR, and other.
I worked for Kotaku and CBR and Washington Post as a coffee maker.
Like a Hollywood script doctor, for example, the team worked on Suicide Squad long after the story was written, and even when they joined just to write in-game ads.
Didn't they do dialogue,
audio logs, and NPC barks? All right, does in-game ads include what was that shit that was in the subway?
Oh, the if you're gay, you're a hero.
Yeah, well, it was something like all heroes welcome or some gay shit.
Yeah. Gotham City, where we are the biggest proponent of DIE, ESG, pride. Dude, you're probably gonna get mugged and stabbed to death around that corner in Gotham. And I will say this though, they won't discriminate based on your sexuality.
Well, I guess the CEO, Kim Belair, who we were just talking about, told over video call. This is what he told the journalist. Sweet Baby Inc. at its core is a narrative development company. That means anything from script writing to narrative design to narrative direction to story.
Okay, sorry, Eric, I am very stupid. Can you tell me what narrative design means?
I think it means you design the narrative.
So you do the story. Gotcha.
One of the things that we do offer is cultural consultations.
Jesus Christ, I have no fucking clue what that means.
Or I got another one for you. Authenticity consultations.
Oh, don't make me play that game with you. Otherwise, that fucking rainbow on that guy is only going to be like a little fucking slither of cheesecake.
For us, that generally means that we might be asked to look at a story if there's a character in it who is marginalized in a certain way.
Who ate 97% of the cheesecake? There's only 3% left. Just a little sliver. Fuck. Sorry, Eric. Just trying to find out who's taking the cheesecake.
It says they want us to connect them with a consultant who can bring a little bit of authenticity. But the perspective is never that we're coming in and injecting diversity. For the most part, it's the reverse. It's that the company created a character and they want to make that character more representative and more interesting. So,
okay. Can I give an example, please?
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to use the example of a woman called Kim Belair. She's the CEO of a company called Sweet Baby Inc. I did a video where she's talking to a bunch of game developers at a conference in 2019, and she said that she was brought into a company that had an all-white cast, and they wanted to consult her on just changing it up, in her words, switching it up a bit. And so they said, we would like to put in a French person, give them the beret and the stripy shirt, stereotypically French. And then Kim Belair said, and I quote, Eric, why don't you make them black? That was her input to them. And they said, oh, we can't do that. They're already French. That is actually an example that she said in the conference. So her input was blackface?
No, it was reverse. It was reverse, apparently.
Oh,
she had no input on the narrative, even though they developed the
even
narrative.
though she told them, why don't you make him black?
Yeah, no, that's not. It's quite the reverse.
Okay.
Sweet Baby Inc. co-founder David Bedard or Retard adds
Bell-end and retard.
Adds that contrary to popular belief, the people making these games want to make the experience better for all players, and that more diversity and representation is a byproduct. All right, hey guys, chat. We got over 2,400 of you guys in. If you please can answer this question for me. Does making a game more diverse better the experience for you guys?
I mean, I'd like to see a diverse range of breast sizes. And that's just on the men.
Oh man, as you're not beating those, I was logged in to out.com allegations.
Who fucking logged me into that? Come on now. How did you know my address, details, credit card number, bank account? Who set up a 24-month subscription? Ongoing. That's nuts. Who did? Come on. Who did that? It's not funny.
They say that detractors
no, don't cancel it.
Don't cancel it.
I need it for
research
evidence.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh.
They said detractors would rather believe that there's a shadowy cabal of people forcing them to put that stuff in. They would rather would rather make believe or believe a make believe fairy tale than accept that. Making something more representative and more joyful, which those are not. She's setting up this statement.
She likes to use the word joyful, by the way. That's one of her buzzwords. She tries to associate diversity with joyful.
Yeah,
I think because she tries to make it psychologically so.
Oh well, that's the point, because they say representative and more joyful for a marginalized person.
Yeah,
in a video game is not a zero-sum game. It doesn't make anything worse for the male character in the game for the white character or for the white character in the game. The assumption that the team members at Sweet Baby Inc. can only offer up content that is based on their identity is incredibly frustrating for the team.
So somebody said in chat, they said last time I checked, there was black French people. Absolutely. What I'm trying to say is her input was make them black. That was her input. That was her professional input.
We believe
why does she believe that everybody's so concerned about the color of skin?
because she is.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, according to the services tab, we believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems.
What's the problem?
They say they're trying to make.
To me, the problem would be the narrative, the gameplay, the development of the world, the POIs,
the things you list.
Yeah, sure.
Right there.
I don't want them to develop my game.
Again, they're saying that there's this assumption that they can only offer up content that is based on their identity is frustrating. But what?
Sorry, can you just read out? Can you just read out their mission statement again?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Narrative development and consultation studio.
Yeah.
Their mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching.
Yes, I can never. Why would people think that? Baffles me.
Trying to make more inclusive for everyone. We got all the buzz terms are here, diverse voices, representation. Like all the bases are covered here.
I'm hard. I have a raging erection. Yeah.
Look at that. We got Xbox, EA, Valve,
Square,
2K, Square is there, WB. We know that. Rocksteady. Might as well combine those.
Well, we know Square because for Spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that work out? Rocksteady, Remedy, of course. Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty far reaching. So, I mean, if someone was like, well, they have great impact on the game. I mean, there's a lot of AAA studios here.
Sure.
So I don't think it will be a insane conclusion, right? What Sweet
How did
Baby
Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League do?
But check this out. Let's listen to let's read their approach while we, then we'll go back to being gaslit in that last paragraph. Sweet Baby Inc. is an inclusion-focused narrative and consultation company, is what they say on the outreach aspect of it. This is what
they're not doing very well to dispel why people would have the perception of the company.
Yeah, I mean, why would they think that you're coming in and adding these things into the game?
Apart from the fact you're using all the words to say that that's exactly what we do, and then hear the CEO out of her own mouth say that's what we do. I have no idea why people would think that. Other than those aside, no idea.
Yeah, they say everyone at Sweet Baby sees your project and shares their thoughtful feelings and ideas. So that's what consultation would mean, right? That's the point. See, the gaslit was okay. Well, it's a reverse, right? They want you to come in and do yada yada, as if you have zero input. But this tells me that you're giving your thoughts, you're giving your feelings, and you're giving your idea. So it's a little more I hate to use the term aggressive, but it's a little more aggressive, right? In an approach. It's not like, hey, we're just here, right? We're not offering any sort of external sort of ideas. This is their idea, and we're just kind of fleshing it out type of situation. They do this because it kicks the project off in a multitude of perspectives, beginning a conversation that ensures the work is richer and more resonant before.
What the fuck does that mean?
Buzz terms, bear with us.
Okay.
We then create a complete narrative deliverables by keeping the player in mind with a focus on user experience and emotional design. We aim to consult with honesty, transparency, and conversational approach to help find the best direction for your project. Again, the way they word that is as if they are far more involved in the process. I don't know. Am I tripping, ass?
No,
Like-
no. I think. Bear with me on this.
Okay.
I think Kotaku are dog shit piss.
So what are you doing in terms of writing? Sweet baby. Let's see
Sure.
what you say. From
Sure.
cinematics to barks and everything in between. We tackle every type of writing for any type of game. Okay.
Eric,
Every type.
can you stop using their own words against them? It's not fucking fair. It's not fucking on.
I'm just trying to. You say that you bring excitement and emotion and character to the forefront. Hey, check this part out, ass. And aren't afraid of breaking something down to build it back up. So that tells me that, okay, you are willing to get, let's assume that they gave you something. Right? This is our idea. Here, consultant, what do you think? You will break it down and build it back up. I'd imagine in your own vision or your own vision. And they do cinematics, they do dialogue, writing, barks, copywriting, etc.
Sounds like let's use comics as an example. Kind of sounds like the role of an editor.
Yeah. When they actually did a job, yeah.
Well, when they had a job, yeah. When they were able to do a job and they couldn't go, never mind, don't worry about it.
We tackle narrative and character in any form, keeping emotional resonance and authenticity at heart. We do story pitches, world building, character creation, narrative design. So you do create characters. Okay.
I wonder how people could have the ideas that they
why
have.
would anybody have an assumption that you may have had something to do with the whole saga situation?
No idea.
Not quite sure. Not quite sure. So this is the key part right here. Representation. We believe that representation is key to connecting players and audiences. It shows that you have no fucking idea how games work. And
well, Brightfall was one of the most diverse, out of the way, middle of nowhere American villages, towns, whatever you want to call it, I'd ever seen. And I just say, hurrah, about time. I mean, it changed a lot in the last 10 years. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Well, they offer new ways to help your team and project gain the perspective needed to make it happen. We're part of an.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
That just sounds like we're gonna fucking bully you into submission.
They're helping.
Okay, whatever.
We're part of
potatoes.
We're part of an inclusive and knowledgeable community of diverse.
Oh God!
Of diverse consultants, able to cover a wide range of cultural and sensitivity topics. Our approach leads with creation of joy in marginalized players. It seeks to be additive rather than strictly corrective. See, okay, so that's what I'm saying is that your input is
additive, not corrective. Okay. Pushing them in.
So exactly. So you are a little more involved in the process of whatever the end game is, or whatever the end project, how we see it.
Why don't we add meddling to this white character?
To additive rather than strictly corrective. Exactly. They do cultural sensitivity, cultural consultation, sensitivity and inclusivity reading, risk and opportunity assessment, and more. And then, what do you know? When talking about additives, what the fuck does the button say? What game does it reference?
Alan woke 2. Well, it definitely added the most diverse fucking small town America I'd ever seen. They added a bunch of. They said they added the on the writing. They added the blurps or whatever they want to call it.
The barks.
The barks, which is the the little bylines that they could say. Yeah, in Alan Wake 2, they were fucking dog shit. I ended up just like stopping by characters, listening to the absolute fucking shite that they were saying. Just me. I am really racist though. So, and that's just to white people.
So outreach. Let's see what they say here. New and marginalized talent can change this industry. We want to provide that through outreach programs. Again, you're being a little more aggressive, a little, not just the responding agency. In industry reform. Oh, so
Can you just make a fucking video game and shut the fuck up? Huh? You just let them make a fucking video game.
From opaque industry practices to lack of entry-level roles, we understand the overwhelming challenges that come in finding a space in games. We firmly believe that open communication, compassion, and fostering of new talent are vital to transforming the game space into a kinder, more collaborative.
Are they good at their fucking job?
That's not important. The diversities.
Okay.
The diversity is more important. Okay. The industry is far from where it needs to be, but we believe it can get there with shared resources, diverse talent.
Sounds like some fucking commie speak.
Commie bullshit, yeah, and transparent industry dialogue.
Mm.
They can support you. You can just chat with them. They can review your portfolio, workshops. Look at all the little the babies, I guess.
They're very sweet.
Different colors or whatever, because of diversity. Dedicated mentorship, which why anybody would want that, I don't know.
Just brainwashing. Put that, yeah.
Okay,
podcast.
Interesting. Interesting. So check this out. They talk about this narrative designer, and this is how they explain it. This is what David says. On a game team, a writer is someone who writes all of the worlds that are in the game. A narrative designer is someone whose job is to figure out how the story is told within that game. So they have a lot of questions and answers with some very diverse people, I guess, that tell you how they write for games and all that. And you can, of course, contact Sweet Baby Stink if you want. So with that being said, is the newsletter not live? Yeah, I'll enter my email and get all the newsletters from them. Okay.
This week, diversity. Stay tuned.
So Sweet Baby, they say that the assumption that the team members of Sweet Baby can only offer up content that is based on their identity. That's incredibly frustrating, and for marginalized industry members at large,
they fucking said it themselves.
People can't imagine that we might do anything but DEI. Bro, you lead with it. Like it's part of your fucking mission statement. You can't be like, well, yeah, It's crazy that the only thing you think I can do is what's part of my fucking mission statement.
I'm more than a dictator. I can paint. And I really like dogs.
Say
it's just fucking typical gaslighting. It's fucking you found out.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Because you weren't afraid to do this. This was the next fucking big shtick.
Yeah.
And then when things fucking died down and people started paying attention, and more importantly, people started getting fucking sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Then it shines a light. And now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Don't shine a light on us. That's not fair.
That's not fair. You can't do that.
Don't read our fucking stuff and tell us what we do. Come on now. Don't listen to our conferences where we tell you exactly what we're all about and then use that again. Stop that. That is not right.
Says they have to diminish our accomplishments to our identities. They can't imagine that the work I did for Spider-Man was story work versus adding prods, you know.
People didn't like the fucking story. That was... Did you see Mary Jane? Looked like she got fucking stung by a bunch of bees.
I don't really
while having glandular fever at the same time.
Yeah. Despite the intensity of backlash over the past few weeks, it's business as usual for Sweet Baby Inc. Oh, we know. The companies they work with haven't been scared off. That's why we say it's look, they're part of the problem.
Yeah.
They've actually offered advice and best practices for how to move forward. Practices they have developed after facing harassment of their own. So crisis management. That's what Belair tells this prestigious journalist.
That sounds like some intersectional fucking shit.
With the kind of support in their corner and a shared love for writing good stories. That's not your focus. That is not your focus. Read
the fucking mission statement.
That's not your focus. The team at Sweet Baby Inc. is determined to forge on and keep working on a litany of games, both announced and under wraps. So I'm pretty sure that creator group will be as soon as we know about it. We are a narrative company that primarily is our work. We are not censors. We have no interest in false diversity or tokenization. Hey, that's my term. We have an interest in making stories better, making characters more interesting, and in developing a stronger language around narrative design. Those are things that we are passionate about.
Yeah.
If you're gonna come for my work, you can do that. If someone says I wrote a story and you say it's not good, that's totally fine.
Spider-Man 2.
But if you're gonna come at me, at least come correct. Don't be loud and wrong.
Okay, well, Kim, I just listened to what you told a group of fucking people at a developer conference.
Gotta come correct, ass. Come correct.
Come correct. Your words, Kim. Your words.
It's not coming correct, man.
No, it's not fair.
He returned to his Discord DM with one of the members of the group rallying against him. With the help of Belair's own words, I explain what they actually do. Its core focus on narrative work and how DEI is only a small, it doesn't seem like it's a small part. I mean, the D especially and the I, right, are all over the fucking page.
Yes.
We just went through it. So, okay, if it's not all that you do, it's what you lead with. At minimum, we'd have to accept that, right? Says he I guess he gave him this information. With all due respect, it really seems like the same thing to me, but a bit more hands-on in the writing process. The end goal is to insert DEI type stuff into the project they're working on. Well, Sweet Baby Inc. told us. The fuck, man. That's what
The mission statement.
It's right there. Like the end goal, it says, so the guy, I guess that he takes exception to what he says, stated, this is what he says, the end goal is to insert DEI type stuff into the project that they're working on. Sweet Baby Inc. themselves, right?
Yeah.
Says,
yeah,
right there on the fucking deal, if you go to their homepage, they aim excuse me, it's their mission to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying.
That's the D.
That's the D.
That's
right?
the D in DEI.
And also, well, here, I got another one for you. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive.
There's the I. We're too far. We're too far.
But apparently, it is a problem.
Yeah.
That this man said that their end goal is to insert DEI type stuff into the project.
He read the mission statement.
That's all he did.
He read the mission statement. He read the mission statement on their website that said diversity and inclusion.
Sweet Baby,
this is Gary. Hello. Hi. I'm on ripping the Silverback. How you doing? Yeah.
Look at Gary pulling a
Is he good lad? Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you a call after. How about that? Yeah. Hi, buddy. Yeah. I love you. Okay. Yeah. Gary says hi, Eric.
Shout out Gary, man.
Bye-bye.
It's funny. He knows we're fucking live because he rated us.
I know.
Gary.
Hey, you know that show you rated? I'm on it.
I'm on it, right?
I'm on it.
I guess he didn't see you, man.
I'm the Silverback one. I'm the Silverback part of it.
Oh, man. But Sweet Baby Inc. and other industry leaders suggest that this dogged insistence on believing one company is forcibly injecting diversity into games, even though it's in their mission statement, is a side effect of a widespread misunderstanding of how games are actually made. Until the industry is more willing to openly discuss development process, the lack of transparency will continue to be used as a straw man for you can't say that. You can't say that we're the ones straw manning.
It's called projection.
It is.
It's called gaslighting. It's the same fucking shit that they do all day, every day. This is why you're dead. This is why Vice is dead. This is why Kotaku's fucking
they have to
on
be
its
on
last
their way
fucking
out.
legs. Yeah, it's bye.
Well, Alyssa Merck.
McCante.
Yeah, you look exactly like someone I think would
work at Kotaku.
Well, work at Kotaku.
Oh, sorry. When I say work at Kotaku, I obviously mean freelance that got paid $5. Freelance that got paid $5 for that.
Okay. Oh my God. Shout out.
She needs to fucking call Sweet Baby Inc. She needs fucking diversity.
Yeah, you ain't diverse enough. Why?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you interview black people, by the way, and not be black? That's not very inclusive.
No. I am disgusted.
Unbelievable.
I am just unsubscribed from Kotaku.
I don't know how much longer this company is going to be around. We did read. I was going to cover this. I know we're like so much. I don't know how you feel about it. Mainly because a lot of us float around the same space. We know the creator of Screw Attack, obviously, and Craig and Rooster Teeth has gone under. And I believe they're under Warner, who doesn't have any money issues, by the way, at all.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth, an animation comedy and gaming studio owned by Warner, is calling it quits. It's with a heavy heart I announced that Rooster Teeth is shutting down. Due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage. Basically, that means that they couldn't make money.
Couldn't make money, yeah.
So Rooster Teeth gone. For those that don't know, under this banner, you had Screw Attack. You had, what was that other one that he was a part of? And I know it's funny. I saw a tweet before we went live from Craig saying, "Hey, Warner, let's talk. I want to buy back Screw Attack. It's not like they're going to be using it." So good luck on that. But shout out Rooster Teeth. Shout out Warner and your great financial situation that you are in. Hopefully,
maybe they should ask CD Projekt Red for some of that helping money.
Yeah, maybe
you have 45 billion.
Yeah, and hopefully that deal goes through with Paramount, and you guys can really combine and become the Detatron.
Detatron lose money. Detatron broke.
Shout out Warner. Man, those guys.
Shout out Elton John.
Yeah, and of course Elton John. We haven't shouted you out enough, and Tim Sheridan in the gang. And the stigmas, man. We haven't shouted you guys out a lot this show. So after 2 hours and 15 minutes into the show, I realized that there's a chat. And we should probably we should probably go through some of these super chats, by the way. Brass Monkey, 5 months. I appreciate that. You becoming a member. No, gifting, excuse me, 5. What am I talking about? Thank you so much for that, Brass Monkey. We got Josh Kelsey with a 20. No message. Our own Hill versus Babyface, who's right here. Being a member for 4 months. Appreciate you, bro, for being a member here for 4 months.
That's $4.
Shout out. I'll take it. CJ with a 5 says, "Can I give a welcome to the Fairweather bandwagoners? Now it's safe. Who can now admit Abs was right all along." He
no, they'll never do that.
Well, they won't do that.
No, CJ, sorry, no.
Around it, but
you don't understand how this Fairweather shit works. The Fairweather shit works by your position's now safe, but the person that said it that time, they're fucking airs.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
What Wayne said, became a member. Appreciate that. We got Bigelow Gaming with a 5 says, "I played what is this? SSK.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League."
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I have a love. Why the fuck did you do this relationship with this game? I don't get the inclusion. All forms of media these days. Yeah, it's a weird push. It's something that nobody actually asks. Well, some people ask for, but it's people that aren't really interested in the product. They're interested in the social justice aspect of it all. That is their sacred cow, for sure, that they worship. But they're not interested in the actual medium, right? A lot of these guys push for it. I mean, again, we talk. I know we're not supposed to use people's words against them, but as a Bear Lair and other, no, not at all, have stated, they got people there that aren't even into this shit, into games or anything like that, because
well, yeah, I mean, to think of actual words, we have collaborators who aren't even part of the gaming industry, and we work together with them to learn.
Yeah, sounds like they give a fuck about the actual industry. Hugh Chardon with a 5 says, "As every time I see the rant clip, I'm amazed at your weight loss. Way to put in the work and stick with it, homie." Shout out.
Hugh. Long way to go. Progress, not perfection.
And I have to ask, by the way, speaking of, since like you got a new like angle, is it a monitor change or is it a complete shift of like the workstation?
The tower used to be here.
Okay.
The tower is now under the desk.
Okay.
So the monitors which were here and here have shifted across.
Gotcha.
So this monitor is now where the tower was. This monitor, second monitor, is now where the first monitor was. So I've sort of freed up all this space over here and got myself a nice little
I like that. Yeah, it looks good, man. That's a
angle
nice
for that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Black Blazer with a 34 months.
It's 3D assets.
Oh yeah, all those. Look at all those 3D assets back there. How dare you? By the way, how dare you? Black Blazer 34 months. It's funny how things work out. It is. Sometimes you don't get it now. It's funny. I made a post today talking about this low versus high kind of time preference thing, and how a lot of people like they live in the now, right? And they have an inability to see beyond, and often gets them in trouble beyond what's like directly in front of their fucking nose. So I think we can also apply that to as a rant, right? It's like, first of all, they didn't fucking listen to it, not in its entirety, which is why they didn't understand the context, or well, no, even if you told them the context, it didn't matter because they had a narrative that they wanted to believe. But it had a way of,
hell hope he doesn't leak the DMs from that third party then. Because he might. Not saying it.
Speaking of, DB says with a 2, asked the act ma'am, or did the act ma'am propose to you on 29th of February?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I'm very happy. I just want to say that.
Is it B Gill or BGIL Studios with a 10? Says, I just wanted to say you guys are an inspiration. Your words last time I chatted pushed me to grind harder to launch my own superhero universe. Shout out to you. In film, in a bold new direction. Hey, man, more power to you, bro. More fucking power to you. Hell yeah. I love to hear that. We got CJ with a 5. Said, only thing good Bethesda provided was Origin for Ass in the Silverback and Act Man becoming Act Ma'am. Yeah, that is where all of this originated, and now we have an awesome show.
I had nothing to do with the Act Man, by the way. That was the internet did that. Yeah. God bless him.
Juggernauts, you son of a bitch, with a 20 gifted memberships, man. Holy fucking cow. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Because that ain't cheap. It's a lot of money. CJ with another 5 says the Act Man reminds me of how centrists attacked Eric for saying the truth about COVID in early 20. Oh, those were the fucking days.
Oh, yeah.
Until it became safe to agree. That is man, that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good, like, kind of representative of even in my own experience and what Az is experiencing right now. Where again, it's just aged like fine wine, right? And
I mean, mine's just video games. It's just, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't have any resentment towards that man or anything like that. I don't care for him. I don't give a shit about him. But I don't have a resentment or hatred or anything like that. He dug his own fucking, it's video games at the end of the day. Who the fuck cares? I sleep soundly overnight. You with the fucking koofy boofy, that shit could have, that was some fucking, you could have got fucking yeeted.
Yeah.
From everything, from PayPal. Well, I mean, you've already had your issues with fucking PayPal.
Kind of did happen.
But you know, it could have been bank, PayPal, you know, YouTube, everything. Just gone, mate.
It's true. That's true. It's crazy.
Just video games.
Crazy time, man. It was crazy time. Appreciate that, CJ, as always. My man's Bruce with a 10 says, is my Yara palette ready yet, man? We got Bruce. We got your own palette that is specifically reserved for Bruce because we know that you know.
I'm having it all. I want it all.
Oh, well, there you go. There's another one.
Stick it next to Bruce.
Yeah, I got you. 2 pallets reserved. 2 pallets reserved. Shout out.
Getting it all. Have you got your Yara money? Chat, have you got your Yara money?
Yeah, hopefully you do. Get paid. Today's Wednesday. You got a couple of days. A lot of y'all gonna get paid. So yeah. ATK base player, 47 months. That ain't cheap. Can't wait for Monday. My wallet is ready. I'm looking forward to it, man. We got some special stuff planned for you. Defendo 99 with 29 months. It's really hard to notice the sweet baby drama when the Ira hype train is flying by at full speed. Yeah, it's gonna be a It's gonna be a crazy day. It is gonna be a crazy day. We have DB with a 2 says, as what Super Saiyan clout level are you at today?
Super sexual favor level.
There you go. Gemini with a 5. Hey man, first ever super chat. Well, appreciate that. I want to ask your opinion on to make a female character. I want to be beauty and femininity back into heroines. Well, obviously with Yaira coming up, I got a little experience in that. This is a character that I did create after all. Look, doesn't matter. Obviously, if you're doing comic book stuff, that is largely a male driven thing. But even the women that are into that don't want to be looking at butt face chicks.
No.
Built bad, that are built bad. The women don't want it either. Right.
Women have just as much of a power fantasy as men do.
Mm-hmm. So I would say keep that in mind, and it's all about making a good character, man. One that doesn't suck, and you don't have to like rely on so many various tropes. Or definitely what the modern thing that they do, and what really makes this shit so terrible is that they, you know, the Mary Sue, you don't want to make her to where she's just no issues at all whatsoever. Make her an actual character. What you want to do?
Make characterization great again.
Yeah. Mark, shout out with 35 months, says we need to stop the creation of fake jobs in the name of DI, and they are fake. I mean, when you read some of these titles, you're like, bro.
I want to reply for. I can't. I'm white. I'm male. But I would just love to fucking apply to one of these jobs. What qualifications do you think I have? What do you think I need?
Yeah.
I just gonna point at him and go, "Whoa, you're a bit white. Ooh, you're on the chopping block. You are, mate.
Yeah.
I might get me some sweet baby ink to include and diversify you."
He has a great question. Disciple Telly's starfish or Miranda's. That's his question for you.
Sorry, first off, as Talia stuff. No. Talia's got like fucking 2 fingers, man. Come on, 3. What the fuck, man? No. Miranda's ass is better than pretty much everything. Remember how they got rid of that in the remake? Didn't they get rid of the angle of the ass in the remake? In the not remake, but HD or whatever. Whatever fucking slightly better version.
Keep an eye out for Baby Ghost and Weird Ghost, both links to Sweet Baby, all those 2 upcoming games. 3, most important, get your wallets ready, boys and girls. Yaira's almost here. 11/24. Yes. Get it ready. Brother Paul, appreciate you becoming a new member. Hell says Fish Shooter with the 5 months. Thank you so much. We got my man Cider. What's up, bro? With a 2 says control the youth, control the future. Yeah, I saw that was sent in earlier. Thomas with a 5 says, show me the Fallout show. Will blow without telling me it'll be garbage.
When's that out? I'll watch the first episode, but I can't promise anything more than that.
We got Cliff with a 5 says, as an Eric, what are your thoughts on Rooster Teeth finally being shut down? We just talked about it.
Oh well.
Is it karma for Vic or other bad decisions coming home to roost? I see what you did there. Or both. Probably a combination. I don't know if it's the karma deal, but it's more of bad management, not really being able to adjust their economic model. And we're seeing that with a lot of companies. And it's also, you got to understand, like with a lot of this stuff, you get these mega corporations. This is what I talk about with Marvel all the time, as well as Warner. I mean, but Warner's just struggling a little more than what Disney is, a lot of more. And Disney ain't doing so hot either these days. But they have these massive mega corporations that they're part of, and it allows them to stick around longer than what they would if they were like me, right? If I Rippaverse went through these sustained periods of time of not being able to turn a profit, we go away. But they're able to kick the can down the fucking road a lot longer because they are often tied to these mega corporations. However, definitely as of recent, we've seen a bunch of layoffs. We've seen folks getting fired because like the money's a little more thin, and they got to start cutting shit loose. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that as well, because there's a lot of bloat, lot of smoke and mirrors with a lot of this shit that, yeah, it just doesn't need to be around. And it's because it's not profitable individually. Psychotic Mongoose with it too says, "Happy birthday, Mark!" Shout out Mark Cyborg. We got
Shout out
DB.
Mark. Happy birthday, Mark.
DB with it too said, "Did you see MTG tell BBC to fuck off?" I'm guessing you talking Major Re. I have not seen that at all.
Was it?
I'm guessing he's talking about the politician, unless I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
Major Re Taylor Green. I'm assuming that's what he's talking. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, my apologies.
Who's BBC? Or just tell the Eric, I'm sat next to you.
Go lead with the TSS. So when does River start hiring Sour Man Core? That's good. For counseling purpose in the Riververse. Yeah, you would have known everything's gone to shit if I start hiring consultations. But I mean, maybe the alternative to Sweet Baby would be a better option. Cheap City and with it, I guess just doing the opposite would mean focusing on games. And that's it. Cheap City with a 10 says, "Sorry, viewers, we at Riververse simply do not care about a carbon footprint." I got a fucking warehouse to run, bro. I'm not thinking about that shit. We hope you enjoy, and the AC blows cool in that motherfucker, by the way. We hope you enjoy our ESG free stories of characters who are characters instead of diversity hires for years to come. Perfectly put to our community manager.
But that's the hilarity, though, is the Riververse has plenty of diversity in it.
Yeah, and it's
just not the focal point. The focal point is the characters that it's on.
Yep.
So it doesn't fucking. But there again, one side is always acting in bad faith. Diversity has always existed. Always existed. TV, film, all other forms of medium. Now we've been through it so many times, but it's just such a grift. It's unreal.
Yeah. Jorgensen with a 5 says, "I swear Black Rock and Vanguard are basically the patriots of MGS and Kojima predicted the future once again." Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Metal Gear, gotcha. Joker's a cyber with it too says, "Shout out." He's talking about Yuri Bezmenov. Shout out. Yeah, he tried to warn us 2 decades ago. Yep.
Was it only 2? Was it only 2?
I think it was more than that.
It's
like way more than that. But
early 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah, it was way longer than that.
Yeah.
Aiken with a Australian, $7.99.
Yeah.
Says Polish press said, "While they don't have issues like me, other ear parts of Europe, their office shows it, and it still spouts this rubbish." Oh, yeah, talking about them not kind of caring about the inclusion, definitely other incompatible cultures, if you will.
It was just funny, the juxtaposition of what he was saying as regards to the reality of what Eastern Europe was and CD Projekt Red was. I just found it.
You said it perfectly, because once you notice it, you can't you don't see anything of the rest of the fucking video, man. Oh, it's so hilarious. Rui with 8-2 says, "Sweet Baby Inc. is as useless as Nuvo." Ty with a 5. Alan Wake 2 has yet to recoup its development and marketing costs and turn a profit for its developer. Really? The budget is more than double Control's $30 million. Didn't know that.
I heard Control was good, though. I've been told I should play Control.
Recovery Anonymous with a 5. Will there be new long boxes part of the Yaira campaign? Not part of the Yaira campaign. I'm not against. And you gotta understand those take so long. Like shout out to Kanan. Oh, it's so fucking good. Those take a while. However, he has some. Kanan has some other stuff that we're working on that we have him on. He's staying busy with us, but I do want to get us another box. I don't think it'll be for this campaign. I don't think. I mean, anything can change. If the bitch blows up to $5 million, I'll do whatever the fuck I need to do. Like, you know, it's whatever, but we just gotta trust me, there's gonna be plenty of stuff you can get right out the gate. Bennett with a 20 says they may be involved in Assassin's Creed Red. Rumor is Yasuke, a black man they claim was a samurai, which was false according to Japan, is the main character. I did see about that. 6 foot tall black man in feudal Japan in a famous stealth game.
Well, okay. What I don't understand, right? What I just don't get. You have this. Let's just say, for argument's sake, it's not true, but let's just say, for argument's sake, that they were legitimately working in good faith to try and just inject a little bit more color, whatever you want to call it, into the industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've done it with the Rippaverse organically.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone complaining about fucking characters in the Rippaverse? No. Okay, so it can be done. It can be absolutely done. Why aren't they therefore trying to come up with interesting, new, fantastical worlds for these characters to exist in? Stories, take snippets of black mythology.
It's a thing.
Play with it. Why aren't they doing that?
Africa has it just as thorough and exciting mythology as Norse and all of that stuff. It's incredible. We draw from some of it with some of the things, and the fact that shit has gone largely untapped lets me know, as if I didn't already know, that Hollywood is full of shit. Totally.
Well, you've said it yourself. You're the guy that I heard say it. They only see legitimacy.
Yep.
Only see legitimacy in the white characters.
Yep. That's it.
So who is stopping you from doing what I just said? Who's stopping you? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You create a good story, a good universe.
I talked about that with the mermaids stuff. It's like, hey, sure, Africa has fucking fairy tales about mermaids that, you know, but no, let's just take one based off a Danish fairy tale.
Yeah.
Which is, again, maybe as whiter possibly than Norse mythology, right? We just make
why not do an original? Why not do it based off African mythology? You could be the creative. It could be so different from the Danish, from the white European, because it is white European.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it could be so different from the white European, it would allow you the creativity to expand.
Yeah.
They only see legitimacy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's all it's ever been. These guys that virtue signal are full of shit and always have been. Okay, Recovery Anonymous with a 5 said the industry hates attractive redheads. They either race swap them or give them man jaws like MJ. Eric, make redheads beautiful again in a river. I got you.
Yeah.
Graph Webb, as he always does, reminds us, for fuck's sakes, man, cancel Disney Plus.
I have. But good words. I have.
No. Monica with a 20 says, Sweet Baby Inc. are like bot flies. They destroy game companies from the inside and move on to the next target. Woke weirdos have no place in our hobbies and would only take up space being useless. Well, they are. Well, that's the point. They're there to either destroy it or make it about them, which in turn will destroy it. It's the same result, intention aside. So I'm right there with you, man. I appreciate that 20. Goblin Mecton with a 5 says, thanks, Rip. I used your videos to smash the COVIDs, Nazis back in the day. Yeah, man. Yeah, they those are good. Those well, they weren't good times, but I'm glad that I met a lot of people during that. A lot of people got led to my content and the videos and all the creative stuff I was doing because of that era. So yeah, it's a weird time though. Pair with a two says, "Bam, keep climbing to success and improvement. Be great at you know it." As I always say, brother. Kingo, what? Kingo be the god with a 10. King, what? Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going with King Ob or King OB. With a 10 says, I'm always a lurker during everyone's streams. Just wanted to say what's up. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by and dropping a 10, bro. Thank you so much.
We love our lurkers. We love our lurkers.
Plenty of y'all, man. Shout out. Trey Gordon with a 9 months says, I may not financially recover from the Yaira campaign, but I'm ready to see what's in store for us.
Disastrous month.
Yeah.
Is that disastrous? Was it disastrous? What was it? What was the wordage? What's the verbiage on that?
On which one?
Was it catastrophic?
Catastrophic. It was a catastrophic month. Yes. Catastrophic month. The MAG special.
Yeah.
Yes. Hashtag release the air sketch. I already told y'all it's gonna take you $4 million to get it released. So you're gonna have to literally have our best campaign to get
Call CD Projekt Red up.
Yeah, they got it. Trey Gordon, I appreciate that. And that wraps it up for all of the super chats. As what else you got going on this week? I know you have some members of our team that are going to be on a show that you do later this week.
Oh, so yeah, baby. Friday, FNT. We got the Saskas on FNT this week, which is going to be awesome. Prelude to the Yaira launch. And we're actually going to have the Saskas on Real BBC on the 19th.
Ooh, baby.
On the 19th. 2 weeks, 2 weeks time as well, when the campaign will be in full swing. So that's going to be interesting to see the before versus the ongoing.
Oh, yeah.
So really looking forward to that. Good girls, the pair of them.
They're awesome.
Sorry, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Maths never my strong point, Eric. And yeah, so really looking forward to having them on. We did have a great geek out sesh. We're gonna have to do another geek out sesh with them as well, because that was a really fun stream.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to fucking exist right now.
Yeah.
With with lots of shit happening.
Yeah, you got
it's fun times.
Yeah, it is fun times for sure.
Yeah.
So somebody is telling me that I'm supposed to be checking I saw Joe come in and he said I need to be checking my direct dono. It's been a minute and I always forget to do that. So I'm gonna check that. Appreciate that. We also got Celtric with a 5 says, hope sweet baby destroy everything. My video game take it. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to look at it like a glass half full situation, yeah, their downfall is going to open up some opportunity. If you play your cards right. I mean, it is all about that first and foremost, producing something people want. But I will say that the state of any industry, because there's a demand still for it, there are going to be those that lend you their eyes that otherwise would not have lent their eyes, and you got to take advantage of that. You got to. Okay,
sure. You got another 20 coming.
Did I? Oh, I did. Big Bad Lone Wolf with a 20. Says put another Spider-Man in it and make her lame and gay. Oh, they will do that.
Well, there was actually a lame and gay.
Yeah. There's actually a couple of lame and gays
flopping those legs around.
Yeah, you know it. All right. I am trying to find man, see, they all stream. What is this? Always changing some shit, man. I'm trying to find this tip. I see that it came in, but I'm not seeing where to fucking see the actual deal. Maybe I'll do this.
I think Sweet Baby Inc. took it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
changing some shit, man. I like I said, I see it, but I don't see the actual. Let me go here. Okay, I think I can get it here. Okay, so we have Joe Music says I went out and got Ultimate Spider-Man because of ads, but I couldn't get Ultimate Spider-Man. The manga art style was no for me. Western comics should look like Western comics, and the story did not seem interesting. Oh, you talking about the Ultimate X-Men? Got you. Okay, got you. Yeah, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Totally get that there, but Ultimate Spider-Man, there's a lot of people are saying some good things about that. We have
first two issues I've enjoyed.
there you go.
That's just the truth. I've enjoyed the first two issues.
I love that Az has leaned so hard into the gorilla thing. Monetize your haters. That's what you do.
I Defective Industries. I honestly, I was 6 months ago when I did that run, and I was getting like fucking smashed from all directions. It was funny, but when I just saw that gorilla shaped man, I was through everything that was going on. I literally was just like, how's this not a compliment?
Yeah.
You know, I can't see any other way to take this other than a compliment. I know it's not meant as one.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, fucking Silverback, baby.
Yeah.
Sure.
Appreciate that. And I think that I got that. Just making sure that well, Recovery Anonymous said play Sweet Baby, destroy Rocksteady. Great new game. Yeah, looks fantastic. Okay, and I think it's Rob. No shit. Okay, I got it. King Rob, the guy.
Got you.
Not
It's,
sure how
yeah,
the
yeah.
R my name got deleted, but it's Rob. Okay, I got you. Yeah, the R got. Oh, so he had to edit it. Got you. Okay, I got you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much to everybody. Okay, as far as myself is concerned, Yaira #1 Monday, big release. Stay locked on your emails. We got some more information we'll give you. It'll be the same information that you saw with Alpha Core. What time it's going to be the cutoff for the memberships to take advantage of the
Eric totally cock teased me before the stream, by the way, with the campaign.
I told him we got some. Yeah. He doesn't know yet though. It's gonna be a good one.
He just tipped me.
We got something special, man. Let's just say that. And I'm really excited for it. You guys are going to love all the stuff. We got plenty of items for you to get. Of course, I know people are very excited about the new deck of cards that you're going to be getting with it as well. So we got all kinds of cool things that we're going to be doing with the lenticular cards and just everything. So be on the lookout. Keep it locked on our social media as well as our I guess emails. Make sure because we do send those out to try to keep you guys posted. So stay on the lookout for that as well. So but yeah, other than that, is that it with you? You just got Evan T got any game streams or anything coming up?
I mean, I'd like to play some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth tomorrow.
Okay.
If I can. Okay. If fucking weirdos stop being weirdos, that'd be great. No, but I had to when I saw that. I've got a new video out. Go check out the new video. But when I saw that, I had to do a video on that and all the silly shenanigans today. Silly shenanigans. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, I'll be able to do a little bit gamming. And Sunday, by the way, I'm going to be on Chris Gore's Oscar stream.
Ooh, shut up.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun time.
There you go. Well, Axius, I appreciate that too. Hey, Rip, need help fixing my 3-book order. I'm guessing you ordered something as in the recent 3 books that we've dropped. If you go to our website and you click on the little red support button at the bottom on any page, you'll be able to get in contact with our support team, and we'll get, if there's some order correction or something we need to do, we'll get set up. No problem. Just hit us up. Okay. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. We will be on As Channel next week on Wednesday. No trips or anything crazy planned that kind of fell through, but here I am.
Well,
live
the
with you all.
campaign will be live, and it'll be
Yeah.
the
Ooh,
day
it's
3.
it's gonna be a hell of a show. I'm pretty sure we have some great things to discuss over there on As channel. But we appreciate you guys making this another successful episode of Ribbon the Silverback. But we will again be back next week on Az's channel, Hill versus Babyface. Make sure you go follow that if you have not already. But we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to the Act Man.